Olson. I am from Apple Valley, Minnesota. I am running for State House in my hometown of Apple Valley, District 57A, which is in the suburbs of Minneapolis and St. Paul. I got involved with politics because at a young age I saw how Obamacare kind of changed our family dynamic. My dad's a sole proprietor. He owns his own business. The sole proprietor healthcare insurance premiums were skyrocketing under Obamacare, and it ended up forcing my stay-at-home mom to go back to work. So I really witnessed at a young age the power of public policy. And then growing up in high school, I became really fascinated in the 2016 election with a lot of my friends disagreeing on their choice candidates and policies and where the country was headed. And I really found myself fascinated with disagreement and exploring why these people disagree and what policies they disagree on and why, and then how we can come to a common conclusion to make all parties satisfied. I think it's really important to get into politics at a young age because it's important to have a stake in the game and to see exactly what's going on and to see how public policy has the ability to change our lives. I think as young people we have a really unique ability to be able to connect with one another and show compassion and be able to find common sense solutions. So I think being young and being in politics is really important for other people who are more deeply entrenched in politics to see kind of how we can be sensible with this. We don't have to, be on the extremes. We can actually come together and find solutions that work for the everyday average American. And just having this unique ability as a young person I think is really important, and it's important for us to express our viewpoints and also to express a lot of these values in our everyday lives. I would definitely say a big challenge that I faced is people equating age with experience and thinking that because you're young, you don't have experience, and that is just so completely false. I know that there are other young candidates running across the state of Minnesota as well as across the country, and they had incredible experience, and myself included. I took it upon myself in college to really focus on getting a lot of experience in a lot of different fields related to politics, so I could really accumulate all of those experiences into one and really start to understand how the political system works. So I started off by working at the Minnesota Senate. I was an intern, really got to see the legislative process as a whole and how a bill moves through the House and the Senate and how all of those machines kind of work. And then I moved to working specifically on a local campaign, and that's where I really found my passion for local politics. And I started to work for public affairs firms, for a lot of local grassroots campaigns and organizations across the state too, to really understand their role in politics as well and their role at the Capitol. I did a little bit of working with some lobbying firms as well, working with some clients who wanted to lobby some legislators for specific issues. I've worked in media and journalism, being a correspondent, not only for Campus Reform, which is a national publication that specializes in exposing leftist bias and abuse on campus, but also for a local Minnesota conservative publication as well called Alpha News. And those opportunities really helped me to hone in on the media and the media's role in crafting a narrative in politics as well, and actually ended me the opportunity to be on Fox News, where I announced my campaign in December on Fox and Friends bright and early in the morning, and that was an incredible opportunity. All of these experiences have really helped me to grow into the woman that I am and really helped me to understand how politics works and how we need a candidate who can get the job done and who understands their community and understands the system and knows how to work for the community within that system. So Josie is my mentor. She's from Florida and she is amazing. She is a great support system for me, and not only is she a mentor, but she's a friend. And so I know when I'm having a tough day on the campaign trail, I know I can send her a quick text and she'll give me a long paragraph of how great I am and how I need to keep my head up and to remember the things that I've done right and to remember those good conversations and just ignore the bad ones. So she's been really supportive at, being a light for me and understanding how tough this process is, especially as a young person. She's been through it. She was attacked on the campaign trail, not only by Democrats, but by Republicans too, and especially for her age. So she's been through this and she understands the process. And because of that understanding, she's really empathetic and she's really able to connect with me, realize what I'm going through, and be able to give the best advice possible. Even though we're in completely different states, her advice definitely rings true every day, and I'm super appreciative to have someone who's not only a mentor but a friend. I was really excited when I heard about Run Gen Z because I felt like I finally had a community and a network to be involved in, and with people who understood what I was going through. And so it's really great to have an organization step up and fill a void where we're not seeing a lot of, young Gen Z, younger millennial Republicans stepping up to run for public office. And it's nice to have an organization that's working to bring these various people across the country together so that they can, better themselves and they can better their campaign and really encourage young people to get involved with politics, to run for public office, and to create change in their communities. So it's really great to have a network of caring individuals who understand what I'm going through and who have been through it themselves and are going through it themselves, and just to have a network and a community of people to really be able to support you in all your endeavors, I think is really important. And I'm really happy that Gen Z has stepped up, Run Gen Z has stepped up to actually support these candidates all over. My advice to you is to do all the research you possibly can. I know that when I first started to kind of research a little bit about what it meant to run for public office, what that would entail, I was so overwhelmed, but it really helped me to understand what boxes I needed to check in order to get to where I wanted to be. And so really just dive into your campaign finance board website in your specific state, dive into that research, figure out what it entails, start a spreadsheet or a document, and just keep track of everything that you would need to do should you want to run for public office. And if you're even just considering it and thinking about it, really understanding that process and researching what that all entails really helps to make you feel like this is something I can do. It really helps you to feel confident about a future endeavor, and it really helped me to understand all of the little things that needed to be done in order for me to get here. So it was really valuable for me to be able to research all of that, and then also to see, what can I delegate? What do I have to do as a candidate? And then who are 5 people in my life who can help me on this endeavor and who can check some of those smaller boxes so me as a candidate, I can focus on connecting with voters.